All right, Rob, welcome to Blocktime. So, what we normally do when we start out is we just spin the wheel of destiny. Did you want to spin the wheel, or did you want me to this time?
Uh, I think do like a 6.15 out of 10.
All right.
And it's currently block height 909,800.
So, doing here, there's obviously something wrong here, but I don't know what's going on. This obviously was a joke. I didn't think it
Come
was
on,
going to
Labit
get played.
booze. Labit booze. Insurance. Honestly. Okay.
Here, let's just.
Third time's a charm. Can't you tell?
All right. So, how about you in the insurance industry or something?
A little here and there. Yeah, trade and risk. We just
Which,
found another block 90880.
dude, don't dox exactly. How much time it's taking between these scenes, man. No, I mean, come on. This
Ruining the
is
magic of the
yeah. This is
podcast.
this is sensitive, right? I've known you for 20, 30 years now. Um,
Give or take. Yeah.
are you competing with State Farm? What are you doing? What made you decide to get into insurance?
Berkshire Hathaway. They're the biggest insurance players. Warren Buffett. They bought a bunch of Geico, and that's where a lot of Warren Buffett made his money. So going after all of it, that's the whole idea. Super boring and lucrative.
Warren Buffett made a lot of money off of Geico. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
So Berkshire Hathaway is a competitor long term for
Well,
you.
well,
What makes it interesting?
the the two pieces of one, it's foundational financial infrastructure, and two, leveraging cool Bitcoin tech to get it done.
So cool Bitcoin tech, such as Taproot.
Not yet. We're using pay to witness script hash. So we're still just using plain SegWit. But Taproot's definitely front of mind. But specifically the stuff with like mini scripts and mini tab script when we turn on Taproot.
Are you worried that some VCs may be like, hey, I want to invest in companies doing stuff with Taproot. Wow, I really wish there was insurance companies doing stuff with Taproot. I might as well just give it to Taproot Wizards. Do you feel like maybe you're losing out on VC money that's just getting funneled into Taproot Wizards instead of
If
Anchor Watch?
if you can find me a Taproot VC company, I'd love to talk to them because maybe I'll for some money turn on Taproot. Okay.
There is the non-standard. Is non-standard the new Black game show where
Ooh.
I go over a transaction, and you decide whether or not it's non-standard or not.
Okay. I like
Um,
that.
there is ironic things happening today. I would say this week, but there's just too many things going on.
Totally.
Will version 30 kill Bitcoin?
Yes. Next question.
All right. So leaving it up to Destiny, we could just talk about ironic things happening today.
Did you see just as we started, the is now going to ban all uh
Oh, so
it says like it's a new policy starting today.
okay, so this just doesn't even sound real. Okay, I'm gonna need to scoop up my brains and
Spin the wheel. Let's do a soft one. Like a little, just a little. Is non-standard the new black game show? Oh, I'm excited for this.
yeah, we're not gonna do that one right now. 'Cause
Too much effort.
Who
I think
will insure Lebitboo's first? Berkshire Hathaway or Anchor Watch?
I think someone should go to the Berkshire annual shareholder meeting and give him a Labitbo that like looks like him.
I mean, they all look like him. I mean, how do you how do you pick? Is anyone else doing insurance with Bitcoin right now besides like? I guess there's maybe a type of it with your IBIT and FDIC insurance and stuff to some degrees, or is it like
FDIC doesn't cover any Bitcoin
okay?
anywhere.
So is there anything with like Unchained where they're doing any sort of like, hey,
No. So what you have right now is like the custodians are doing like a minimal insurance policy, like a $300 million crime cover for all of their coins. And so that is fractions of a percent, though, of their overall assets under custody. Stay hydrated, folks.
all right,
Busting out the whiteboard.
all right, insurance. I need frames. I need like to know this is you. Okay. Starting tomorrow, I want to compete with Anchor Watch. What do I do?
First, you bill out a Bitcoin wallet.
All right. Wait, are y'all regulated?
Yeah,
Do you
we're
have this?
licensed. We're licensed for insurance.
You need a FinCEN regulated wallet. That's how you start.
If you're on a mobile app on Android, yeah.
A FinCEN wallet. All right, now what?
Insurance. You're going to need an insurance carrier to back you.
Like who?
We use Lloyd's
All right. You said Onion.
of course,
Lloyd's of Onion.
which is ironic because you can't trade onion futures in the United States. They are who pays if there's a claim.
So then you had a lot of conversations with the Onion group. How long did that take you?
Almost 2 years.
Wow. Okay, so 2 years. So I need to do that too. So invest 2 years. But I
Yeah,
can also say just use the same template as Anchor Watch.
totally.
My name's Tidwell.
Allegedly.
I have one Bitcoin.
Yep.
Bitcoin's at $1 million because it's the future.
Yep. Of course.
And I'm like,
That's all
hey,
that's
a lot of money. I want to insure this in case. What do you cover for? What kind of losses?
The basically the inability to spend your Bitcoin from the vault would be the general thing. So whether that's destruction of keys, crime, violent theft.
What's an example of crime?
I mean, very similar to like the bucket of theft, but if I were to the crime in this case would be in the event Anchor Watch is complicit in trying to steal funds from you during your insurance policy, like against us at Anchor Watch.
Okay. So what about boating accidents? That's loss?
We actually have an exclusion. You're not allowed to take your keys on boatcraft. Stay hydrated, folks.
You're
I'm dead serious because so many people like you made this joke for like a year and a half that Becca, my co-founder Becca, added an exclusion to you're not allowed to take your keys on watercraft.
sorry, sailor. Sailor spelled sailor.
Of course.
Why do you hate sailor?
Well, they're competition for us, right? So, anchor watch is an old nautical term referring to the crew of sailors who watch the ship at night.
Sailor is an attack on Bitcoin.
Well, of course, it's not just a sailor. It's anyone who's a
Whoa,
sailor.
whoa, whoa! I'm gonna have to bleep that out.
Yeah,
Is pricing public or is pricing?
pricing's public.
Okay,
Our rates start at
what's the minimum
for
amount of Bitcoin first that I can insure you?
so our minimum policy size is $250,000. So at $1 million for $1 million, $1 million worth of Bitcoin, that'd be $4,000 a year.
So it's 4K per 1 million.
Yep, up
Okay.
to 100 million per customer. We do.
And then this is what you charge. Lloyd's of Onion, they take their cut, whatever. Y'all make money, they make money,
Yep.
everyone's happy, and then I get insured, right? So simple.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just do it.
Just go out there and build. Wait. Something less controversial. Podcast. Well, anyways, we'll just keep it blank. It's not like this would. It's not like we're gonna accidentally get that one again. You know what I mean? That'd
Of
be
course not.
that'd be outrageous. Is there any
No.
sort of like crazy like, oh, you really missed this key point?
How the tech works is kind of cool.
Are you not using Taproot because you're actually afraid of quantum computers?
No, quantum computers are also an exclusion in the policy. Like a quantum hack is
But
an exclusion as well.
how would you know?
Well, you would see the nums point get pulled. Key path, and you
Mm-hmm.
have the script path, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
The key path, the way you set it up, is that you basically take all of the keys that are participating and you pick like a random key amongst all those that no one has, and shuffle it up. And nums is nothing up my sleeve, and UMS.
What if they're doing an internal key spin and it's like intended to work that way?
So we would
It's
not
like it's
have
not
the
using a dummy. It's not using a dummy internal key like what you're
like
talking
if we
about.
were using like Music or Frost for that key path.
Sure.
When we turn on Taproot,
You're
we're
gonna
going to use the
disable.
nums point.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. It's funny because you had an answer for me.
I've put a lot of thought into this. I've put a lot of thought into this.
I wasn't expecting you to just be like, "Well, we just do this." It's like, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool. That's really cool. So, we've been talking about Taproot now for a couple of years with Anchor Watch. What's stopping y'all from just going forward with it?
So with Taproot, when we started building everything out, we there were two key things that were blocking us. One, the signing devices, like no hardware wallet supported it. And then the second one was you could not spend to a Coinbase address. So you could not spend to a Taproot address from Coinbase. So if we had a customer who had funds at Coinbase, we wouldn't be able to send those funds directly. So that was a pretty meaningful blocker on our end.
How do you how do you ensure that someone doesn't lose their keys and it's like a total like false flag, like it's like a total like fraud?
There's a couple of things. One, the nature of how the vault is set up is somewhat unique. I call it like a joint custody, where for the length of the insurance policy, I can even pull up a visual too. One second. Oh, perfect. So when you start your policy, to actually move funds, it requires a multi-sig of multi-sigs. You need to have a 2 of 3 from you as the customer and a 2 of 3 from us at Anchor Watch. Then 180 days in to the vault, we actually update it. Well, it gets the script has this spending condition. We don't have to update anything because the entire logic is on chain. You then have a 1 of 3 of customer keys and then a 2 of 3 from Anchor Watch. And then at day 335, like basically 1 month left in the policy, it is a 2 of 3 from Anchor Watch plus the recovery partner. So even if you lost all of your keys, we are able to recover your funds for you. And this is earlier talking about like the coverages. Crime is covered. So if we were to use this layer to like steal all your money, that would be a covered event, right? And then finally, when the insurance policy ends, 2 weeks after, when basically there's no like window to file a claim and everything's done, it just goes to your own self custody 2 of 3.
Got it. So, do you use someone like Casa or Unchained for that third party?
We use Coin Corner.
Coin Corner,
Based out of
okay.
the Isle of Man. Yeah. Spent a lot of time going through different potential partners, and they were really eager to get involved. And they had a long-standing track record of keeping their keys safe as a Bitcoin exchange for over 10 years in business. And it just made sense to work with them.
So, okay, I'm following. And then
Yeah.
the policies. So this distinction really between customer and Anchor Watch is like an and kind of condition.
Yeah. For layer 1 and layer 2, it's an and condition.
Right, right. Okay, cool. Very cool. I think this is
Yeah.
very, very neat. Have you thought about maybe, you know, nesting some of these script spends about 120 or so layers deep and making a Libitbu out of the insurance policy and the control block?
That's a promising direction. I am working on the team now. So we want every single Taproot, try and vault spend to be a Libitbu.
Would you then need an insurance policy for your insurance policy if you were to do that?
Yeah, like a reinsurance policy for sure.
Right.
Insurance policy becomes worth more than the asset itself.
Right. And this is essentially what this is what Matt Corallo was warning us against,
That's right.
I think. Is it insurance extracted value?
Risk, maybe REV, risk extracted value.
Dude,
It's too much alpha.
Did you want to show me a transaction on chain?
Yeah.
You
So this
sounded
was our
eager. Yeah.
first. Well, just to show you in the script opcode. So this right here is the Anchor Watch 2 of 3, part of the
Mm-hmm.
multisig. And then you do an op check multisig, and then you have op,
Blah 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 blah.
and then you get to my favorite opcode, op zero not equal. All it does is if you have a value on the stack and it's other than zero, it turns it into a one. Otherwise, it keeps it as a zero. And then that gets counted as an aggregator, and you verify that it equals two, op equal. And
Well,
then you wrap your nested end ifs.
well, I'm really glad that you have a favorite op code. That's going to be great trivia for
Yeah,
TabConf.
there you go.
Okay, well, I think we covered like everything possible.
Everything except for the Epstein list.
No, we'll get to that next time. Jay Epstein could be anybody. That could be Jimmy Epstein.
That's right.
I mean,
Could be.
look up Jimmy Epstein on LinkedIn. All right. Well, anything else you want to talk about before we wrap up here?
No, I already gave you my entire business plan and all my secrets. So
All right. Well, anything else you want to talk about before we wrap up here?
stay hydrated, folks.